Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Association Report, an NBA podcast. Dallas and Levi, we, as you can know, us from Beyond the Arc. And thankfully, I didn't say Beyond the Arc as we was joining. Levi, how's it going, man?
Pretty good, man. You doing okay?
Yeah, man, getting pretty excited for tonight's game. So I guess let's start off with the Heat and the Hornets. Who you got tonight?
I like the Hornets, honestly. I think they
Yeah,
have the shooting. The shooting there is really fun to watch, and I like their front court.
yeah, I'm a big fan of Conka Nipple and LaMelo Ball, and of course Grant Williams is there. I guess we can talk a little bit about some of this since this isn't on AVCIS, but over on Fliff, which is a fantasy gambling, not a gambling app, I don't guess, but it's just a fantasy app. You can get this for plus 555 Nipple over 3.5 3 pointers made. LaMelo Ball over 7.5 assists, but the under of 228. With the play in games, they're somewhat defensively a little bit more intense in these play in games, it seems to be. So it's gonna be close. If LaMelo gets over 8 assists and Nipple gets over 3.5 threes, it's more than likely gonna go over 228. Would you say so?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I would agree as well. And then moving on to the next game here. Let me pull it up. Now, I actually got the whole bracket here. I'll pull up here in a second. Moving on to the Trailblazers and the Suns. The Suns have been kind of a surprise team, kind of. I mean, they're playing pretty good ball. I
Yeah,
mean, to come back from where they were last year to back in the play in against the Trailblazers, who, of course, Denny Avila, uh, I'm not going to lie, it's about the only player I can name off the top of my head at this moment from the Trailblazers. Let me click on this roster. Um,
yeah, they have Jeremy Grant, Drew
yeah,
Holiday,
Jeremy Grant,
Scoop.
Royce, so
They got Scoop, brother.
yeah, Scoot Henderson,
Donovan
uh,
Clingan from
yeah, Donovan
the
Clingan from
UConn
UConn.
championship teams. Caleb Love.
Then then you have Phoenix, who has Dylan Brooks, Devin Booker, um, Colin Gillespie. I don't know if he's going to play tonight or not. Mark Williams. So yeah, it's going to be this is probably going to be the closer of the two games. I think I look for Charlotte to maybe just blow out Miami by about 15 to 20.
Well, what if Bam
Ultimately,
Adebayo goes for 80 something again?
if he goes for 80,
The most
I'll
ethical way to get
yeah.
80, Bam Adebayo did it.
If he goes for 80, I'll eat this hat next episode. Um,
We're about to do numbers. I'm gonna need Bam to go for 80 tonight.
um, so I'm going with Phoenix. Who you got here in this one?
I've been back and forth ever since you told me about the that we were going to be doing this. I kind of looked into quite a bit into tonight's games and the other play-ins just for fun. And this one's been tough to be honest because I think both teams are just absolutely pitiful. But the Suns, I like the Suns. Yeah, I mean when you have a superstar like Devin Booker, who will play and could give you 50. I feel like you have to take that team, especially in the league when the lights turn the brightest in the league. Typically, the stars step up and do a really good job of showing why they're paid the money they are. So I think that game's gonna be really fun. I won't make it to the end of it. I got to work tomorrow, so I'll be half asleep by the time that one probably even gets close to halftime.
Yeah, I doubt I'll finish the whole entire game
I'm just
either.
glad
And
my Lakers aren't playing in the play-in this year.
uh, if they get past the Rockets, though, it's not time for them. But of
I ain't
course,
scared of y'all. We
of
get past the
course.
Rockets, we'll be healthy again.
Oh, that's a true point. Of course, then we have the actual bracket. There's the other playing games as well that I'll pull up here. If it'll let me. If I can remember how to do this.
Y'all learned, really.
They've switched this whole entire thing around again.
I'm very surprised with the Magic this year.
Yeah, yeah. The Magic. I mean,
No,
follow.
did not see. I mean, they were like a top three seed for a while. Have you seen the stuff, the reports coming out about the
Not
Magic?
which ones?
Apparently, one of their star players, it's on X here, but apparently one of their star players has came out and said if they don't fire the head coach, that he's demanding a trade, which I'm believing would be their only true star player, Paulo Banchero. So
Yeah,
if that's true, then the Magic could be in a heck of a lot of trouble. I don't know that the thing is with this draft, I don't think teams are going to want to trade any picks because of how good this draft is. But I would say that next season, teams will be willing to trade all their first round picks for whatever the heck they want.
absolutely. And as
I
we
gotta
look
turn
here
the
at the
fan on, dude. It's hot.
as we look here at the bracket, of course, you can see some of the comments here. One of the worst graphics to ever represent the playoffs I've ever seen, and they're not wrong. This is a pretty. It took me a good 5 minutes to decipher this. So the other playing games, of course, you have LA against the Warriors. The Lakers are the 9 seed. The Warriors are the 10 seed. I mean, the Clippers, I don't know how they've somehow came back to life. It looked like for a moment there, they'd maybe have one of the worst seasons in NBA history. And of
Weren't
course,
they
the
like
Warriors.
6-23 to start the year?
Yeah, yeah, it was bad.
Somewhere
I
like
mean, it
that.
was it was
Yeah.
bad. It was pretty bad. But then you have the Warriors, of course, with Steph Curry and Pods, who has kind of became a meme online. Um, Draymond Green, guys like that. This is a tough one. I mean, because it's the mid off. Let's be honest. As an
I
OKC
like,
fan, I'd rather see the Warriors because I want to beat the hell out of Steph Curry once again. And don't you do those quotation marks? So give me the Warriors in this game. Levi, who you have in this one?
yeah, I'm gonna take the Clippers. They're more healthy. They've kind of got it together. They've been pretty daggone good since a 6-23. I'm pretty sure that's what it was start. So I like them to get that one.
All
And
right. So
I'll say
then,
one thing,
okay.
if the Clippers do end up playing OKC in the first round, I think it could be a series that could at least give OKC like could wake them up a little bit, which is what I don't think the league needs. Like I think the only way I don't see OKC making it back to the NBA Finals this year is one, the Spurs beat them, or two, you guys get to sleepwalk through to the Spurs, and that's where the Spurs will get you. But I think if the Clippers end up winning that game, they give you enough of a little bit of a smack around to where you guys would be like, all right, we're not playing this game. And then that's the most dangerous thing, I think, for the path with the West.
All right. So then we would have the
Normally
uh,
you say you wholeheartedly agree.
yeah, I don't agree. So, so, so now we would have for me we would have the Warriors here at the 9-10, and then I think we both picked the Suns, so it would be the Blazers against the Warriors or the Clippers. Um, I man, I'm not gonna sugarcoat things here. Give me the Warriors. I think that would put them at the 8 seed. This thing is so freaking confusing. I mean,
So whoever wins, okay, if the 7 seed wins, you picked the worst graphic of all time, by the way.
it's
If the
the
seven
official
seed wins, they're
NBA
immediately,
graphic.
yeah, well, that's because Adam Silver runs the NBA. If the 7 seed wins, they're automatically the 7 seed. Then the 8 seed has to play the winner of the 9 and the 10 seed. Okay. So if if the Warriors win tonight, this thing's got me all messed up. If the Warriors win tonight or tomorrow, doesn't matter when, they will play whoever loses the 7-8 matchup. So if the Blazers win, they're the 7 seed, right?
Yeah,
If the Suns win, they're the 7 seed. So if our predictions are correct, it'll be Suns Spurs, and then it'll be Blazers, and you pick the Warriors. It'd be Blazers Warriors
yeah,
for the 8 seed. So
yeah.
it's
I
an
think it's
absolute mess, and this is why they need to get rid of. You have 82 games. to pick your seeding. Figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the play-in tournaments gave us some good games, but as far as logical and just logistics, it's absolutely a train wreck. So let's just skip off all that. We can say who we think is going to be playing in what games. Let's just start out here in the West with OKC against, I'm saying the Warriors. You're saying the Clippers. I mean, you said you thought the Clippers could give them a decent fight.
Well, I could
I
see the
would,
Blazers. I could see the Blazers beating either
yeah,
the Clippers or the Warriors, though. That's my problem
yeah,
here. Is this too
yeah.
much of a what if?
Whoever it is, I'm gonna say OKC, and I won't say four, but
There's
I'm gonna say in five. I'll give
gentlemen
the
sweep.
other gentlemen sleep. I'll
Unless
give
it's the
them one.
Clippers 4-2. If it's the Clippers, it's 4-2.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Then moving on to the 4 or 5 here, we got the Lakers and the Warriors. Of course, I mean Warriors, Rockets. Of course, you have LeBron, and then an injured Luka Doncic, who probably won't be
And
making
Austin
an
Reeves
appearance, and Austin Reeves, who probably won't be making an
probably won't make a
appearance
great appearance.
in this game. Of course, though, you do have Kevin Durant and LeBron, which is always a fun matchup. I mean, you have the GOAT and Kevin Durant, and the um the um the media's GOAT and LeBron James. I
He's not even
mean,
the media's goat. He gets crapped on by them too.
well, let's just say the fans GOAT, I guess, because I say the majority of fans probably say LeBron. Um, this is a tough one for the Lakers, but honestly, because if they were healthy, I probably would take the Lakers. But Kevin Durant, man, to be at his age doing what he's doing, which is no disrespect to Kevin at all. He's, of course, he's my goal at least, and he's just having a terrific season, and it's not talked about enough. I'm going to take the Warriors. I mean, shit, the Rockets in six. Give me the Rockets in six. Who you got there, Levi?
I got Rockets in 5. There's that Laker team. I mean, Braun's been he can put a team on his back. He's shown it the last couple games of the year. I mean, his end of season average was let's see, 25 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds a game. So typical LeBron fashion, having to put the team on his back. But overall, I think we've had this conversation a lot. JJ Redick, I think he's a
Or on?
solid coach. I just don't think he's the type of guy that can ever really get the Lakers going to what the Lakers standard is, which I guess is becoming the OKC standard, even though you guys have one championship. Like, I guess your one little trophy is pretty cute, but and one banner. But yeah, the Lakers standard is it's kind of we kind of feel like the Lady Vols recently. We got it done in the bubble, which in my opinion is still the hardest championship to win of all time. But there's no route that I can see that the Lakers end up beating the Rockets. Maybe one game, maybe one game. The Rocket Warriors, as you like to call them. So I'll take the Rockets in 5 of that one.
All right, and then moving on to maybe the most intriguing matchup in the West. This first round in the West will be brutal, but this one's pretty intriguing. In Denver and Minnesota, you have Jokic, who some argue is the best player currently in the NBA, against Ant Man Anthony Edwards, who, I mean, my personal opinion is scum of the earth. So, I think this is just going to be a pretty
Is this because
back
of
and
the headlines with his ex or whatever?
yeah, and all that stuff. I don't like him.
Who cares? I don't just drop that. We're talking about basketball.
In
Jesus.
basketball, about basketball, he's a talented player. I'll give him that. And
One of
then
the best in the league, man.
he's top 25. Um, and this is going to be I think it's going to be a bloodbath of a series. I think both of these teams are pretty. I don't want to say evenly matched because I mean there's 3 spots between them, but I think either team can pull it out. Um, I think Aaron Gordon will be the difference maker in this series. If a lot of people say if he hadn't got hurt, that Denver would have beat OKC last season. So give me the Nuggets in say 6 games that you got here, Levi.
I'll take the Wolves. Anthony Edwards loves to turn it on come playoff time. I think he gets it done. I think that Gobert is just enough of a nuisance to Jokic that they'll be able to get it done. I'll take the Wolves in seven.
I like it. I like it. And then moving on, you have the Spurs against whoever in the hell they'd be playing at the seven seed.
Spurs.
I was gonna say I don't think it matters. Spurs. I mean, what you gotta say, Spurs.
Yeah, it won't matter. That one's not gonna matter at all.
And then moving on here to the East, you have Detroit against whoever in the hell would they be playing? They'd be playing the winner of this game right here. Um,
No, they wouldn't.
this game, like this game right here, they'd be playing the winner of this,
So
right?
yeah, in my opinion, whoever loses the 76ers Magic game will go on to be the eight seed. So I'm gonna go ahead and say the Magic will play the Pistons.
All right. So let's just say, for the sake of it, Magic Pistons. It's gonna be a fun game on it. Paulo and Cade Cunningham, two really good young players. I gotta go Detroit. I mean, they've just blown through the East pretty much. Even without Cade in a few games, they was pretty tough out. So give me Detroit in four. I'm gonna say it's a sweep. Who you got in that one, Levi?
Yeah, yeah, Detroit. I don't think they'll sweep them, but I do like Detroit in that one. I think Detroit. They're not my. We'll do this after. I'll ask you your question, the question like I asked you last year, which I got 100% correct. But we'll leave that to chance. But I think Detroit would win that one in five or six.
I agree. And then moving on, we have maybe the most interesting. Well, no, I won't say that. It's not the most interesting to me,
No,
but maybe one of the is the Cleveland and Toronto series. I mean, Cleveland with Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, they've got to get that
Harden,
guy some Harden,
Mobley,
Mobley.
they're good. They're good.
They're really good, but they've got to get Mitchell some success in the postseason. I mean, it's got
Yeah,
to
agreed.
happen sooner or later, or he's going to be gone. And I mean, love Harden, but is he really the guy you want next to your star player in the postseason? He doesn't have great history in the playoffs. Let's put it that way. I do think they're going to beat this
No,
Toronto team. I do think they're going to beat this Toronto team. I'm going to go. Let's go six. I'm going to say Cleveland and six. Levi, who do you have?
carbon copy. Yep, I like that.
All right, moving on to, in my opinion, the most interesting series in the playoffs, maybe even just overall, not even the East, but the West as well.
They
You
hate
have
each
the
other for no
they
reason.
do, they do.
But
Trey
Trey
Young,
Young's not there anymore.
yeah, that's going to make it a little less, but I still think they'll hate each other. We have the Knicks and the Hawks. Atlanta kind of is a surprise team. I mean, Jalen Johnson has been putting up some crazy numbers. There was a time there where you thought, oh, is Jalen Johnson going to be a potential MVP candidate? I don't think he might finish in like the top 10 now, but I really like Atlanta.
Yeah, he'll
And
finish like seventh or eighth. Yeah.
I like New York as well. I like Jalen Brunson. I'm not a big fan of the rest of the team, but this
You don't
is
like Josh Hart? I like Josh Hart quite a bit.
oh yeah, I like Josh Hart. He's well, I can't
Yeah, he
say
plays my style of basketball.
yeah, I like Josh Hart. So, but I'm gonna go Atlanta in seven. I think Atlanta pulls it off in the Garden, and I'm mostly saying that because I want to see Stephen A. Smith the next day absolutely just come apart on ESPN. We may see a I don't know if I can say that word, but you know what I mean on live television.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
moving
yeah.
on, we
No,
have
no, I
what
like
are
the
you gonna
Knicks
say?
and I like the Knicks and six.
All right, and
You didn't
moving
even
on, we
ask me
have
my opinion. You were just
I
giving
know
yours, but that's fine.
I I got excited.
I,
I got excited.
I'm just the co-host. I mean, it does say co, but in beside my name for a reason. So
It does. That's true. And moving on, we have Boston against who you think they're going to have here in this spot
I think
against
they'll take
Boston?
the 76ers. Yeah, the 76ers will beat the Magic. The Magic will beat whoever wins tonight. So that's how I see it playing out. So
We can go with that. It all comes down to Joel Embiid, in my opinion. If he is somewhat healthy, which I don't, last
is
I
he ever?
looked,
He just had an
yeah,
epidectomy, didn't he?
yeah, yeah, he did.
Just had his appendix removed.
Yeah, I think, and it's brutal, man, because I mean, he gets that talk, but I mean, like you say, people talk like he's never healthy, but a lot of the stuff that happens to him is just freak injuries, man. I mean,
It's
appendix.
never
Who?
normal.
I mean, he's going to be the one that'd be like he can't stay healthy. He got shot. He got shot in the back by somebody. He just can't stay
Yeah.
healthy.
Some
But
Plaxico Burress shot himself in the leg, Cheddar Bob
yeah,
style.
it's insane. But I'm gonna go Boston. I think it will be kind of tough because Boston's still trying to figure out, do they want this to still be Jason Tatum's team or do they want it to be Jaylen Brown's team? Which is wild considering there was a narrative not too long ago that Jaylen Brown could only dribble with his right hand, which was
It's
false.
still true.
But yeah, it's false. You know it is. And
No,
anyway,
it's
give
just
me
one of my favorite narratives to drive because I'm a Lakers fan, so I have to drive something.
give me Boston in 5. Who you
Yeah,
got?
Boston. Yeah, if Joel Embiid plays, then that series could go either way. But yeah, I'm taking Boston in that one.
And then moving back to the West, OKC and Houston. It's going to hurt seeing Kevin Durant in OKC without an OKC jersey on, as always. This is a game. This is a series that I really don't want. I wanted Houston to be on the other side of the bracket so bad. I would rather play Denver than play Houston. I just don't think that opening game of the season was a great one between OKC and Houston. I give me OKC in 6 games. I'll give them a 2-game wins there. Levi, who you got in the OKC Houston series?
Yeah, I'd take OKC in about 6. It would come down to the guy I can't pronounce his name because everybody says it differently. They're big guy down low for the Rockets. If he had,
Sengun.
yeah, Alfred, I've heard it pronounced 400 different ways. If he has a great series, I could see the Rockets potentially knocking off OKC, but the guard play will be just a major difference, especially up top. And you can't go against Shea. He's just one of one when it comes to putting the basketball in the hole. He's one of the best scorers I think I've seen one on one. So it'll be fun if him and KD both can get going at the same time. You could have some real fun back and forth moments of whoever calls the game. Hopefully it's a little Kevin Harlan action or even Mike Breen. So
Yeah, and I mean, if you're listening, KD, come home. It's been long enough. Just come home. Come finish up in OKC.
so
Come
Seattle,
home.
Seattle will be a team before too long.
OKC.
Seattle will
None of
be a
that's
team before too long.
none of that Seattle garbage. All right, moving on. We have Denver, or
Not a
you
real
say
OKC fan.
we have Denver, or you say Minnesota against the Spurs. I don't think it really matters here either. I think OKC and Houston, damn it, OKC and San Antonio are on a collision course for the Western Conference Finals. Give me the Spurs and let's see. Do I want to give Jokic any credit? I'll give them the Spurs in 6 if they play the Nuggets, in 5 if they play the Wolves. So you got Levi.
Give me the Wolves in 7.
Oh, oh,
The
I like.
Wolves are my year's Pacers. Last year's Pacers or the Wolves this year.
I like. I like it. All
I
right.
think the
So then
Wolves get it done.
moving on, we have Detroit and about to say Chicago, Cleveland. I can't talk.
Pretty
Cleveland,
close.
close. I mean, this
Both
is
successful.
Donovan. Of course, this is Donovan Mitchell against Cade Cunningham. Obviously, on the wider scale of things here, it's going to be who can finally get through because it feels like Cade kind of had the same type of success in the post that Donovan has. This is a tough one for me. I like both players. I like both teams. Isaiah Stewart will just beat the hell out of anybody if they talk trash, and I kind of like that. Give me the Pistons and 7. I'm gonna go 7 for the Pistons. Levi, who you got?
Take the Cavs. Um,
All
I like the
right.
Cavs to get. I like the Cavs to up. I guess you call it an upset, but I like the team that the Cavs have, and I think that they got the exact team to take down the Pistons. But it won't be easy. But if I guess I had to take the Cavs, I'd say Cavs in 6 or 7.
All right. Moving on. We have, I think did we both pick Atlanta?
No, I took the Knicks.
Okay. So Boston against Atlanta slash New York. Um, I think I think New York actually has the better shot at giving Boston a series than the Hawks. Ironically, even though I picked the Hawks to beat the Knicks, I think just like the way they're built, they're better off to play against Boston. This is another series that I could see the Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum thing rearing its head. And it's like who they want to go to down the stretch. I think it obviously should be Tatum personally, even though I am a fan of Jaylen Brown. I think Levi is going to do something, but I give me Boston in six. I think Boston is six. Yes. So as soon as Levi gets back here, I'll ask him if he who he takes here. In the meantime, I'll take this time to do one of my joke breaks. Jokes, kids. What do you call a bear with no teeth? I think I've already done this one. A gummy bear. Why did the picture go to jail? It was framed.
Had to
Why did the
my cat. My stop. Just stop. I'm taking Boston.
All right? He's taking Boston, and he interrupted the best segment probably of any segment we've ever done. And okay, so moving on here, we have OKC in the Western Conference Finals against either the Spurs or the Timberwolves. I had OKC Spurs. I think this is probably the first time I've ever publicly said this. I do not like Victor Wembanyama. I do not like him at all. I liked
You
him when
just
he
don't like
first came,
anybody. You don't like anybody that's not just Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, huh?
or Kevin Durant. I like Cade Cunningham. I like Donovan Mitchell. I like Jalen Johnson. I just don't like Victor Wembanyama. Man, he's just
You're naming everybody that's in the East, nobody that's in the West. You hate everybody other than Kevin Durant and Shea in the West.
that's not true. That's not true. I like Thompson, Amen Thompson. I don't know which Thompson twin it is, but plays for the. And then
The
I like Dalton.
Rockets.
I like Dalton Connect. He plays for the Lake. Well, he's on the Lakers. He doesn't play for the Lakers. But anyway,
He does sometimes.
sometimes yeah, he played. He finally played the other day and had 17 points in the fourth quarter, 5 or 6 from three. I mean, it comes to find out the kid can shoot. But anyway, OKC and San Antonio for me. If it's what it goes up to be, give me OKC in 7. If it's Minnesota, give me OKC in 6. Levi, who do you have here in your?
I'll take OKC to make the championship again.
And by the way, for the people listening, before the season started, I said back to back, and Levi said there was no way they'd even make the finals again this year. So I just had to bring that up. And moving forward, we have Detroit and Boston in the.
I
Uh,
have Cleveland and Boston.
I was going to say Cleveland over Boston. So Detroit or Cleveland, Detroit or Boston. This is such a headache. Either way, I think it's going to be. If it's Boston, I think Boston beats Cleveland. I mean, shit. Detroit. If it's Cleveland, I think Detroit makes the finals. So give me Boston in the NBA finals, and then it's OKC and Boston. Or who do you have, Levi?
I would have OKC and Cleveland.
Okay, so OKC, Cleveland, OKC, Boston. Um, Either one, I think OKC has a good chance to win the back-to-back championship. Uh, Boston would kind of scare me, not gonna lie, more so than Cleveland, even because I mean Lou Dort for some reason just has Donovan Mitchell's number. He locks him up. Donovan Mitchell
Because
can't
he's
do
allowed to
nothing.
foul the crap out of him the entire game.
You're not gonna get me on this rampage. I'm not gonna let you do this to
Lou
me.
Dort is dude. He gets away with so much. I don't care what you say.
Does he get away with being? I mean, he gets away with it because he's physical 24/7. Are they
But
supposed to just call it every
half the
foul?
league is not allowed to be physical.
You just do it. That's what Lou does. I mean,
Okay, but then when they do it to Shea, he's shooting 28 free throws a game.
He's only done that once this year, I believe. Maybe no, twice, twice. Anyway, give me OKC in the finals. Um, let's go seven. It's 7 games again. No matter who it is, I think it's going seven. So give me OKC. Levi, who do you have?
7 games. Cleveland gets it done.
It won't show. There we go. it showed for
Cleveland,
it
this
showed
one's
for
for
us.
you.
It showed for a second. So I have OKC beating Boston. He has OKC losing to Cleveland. So Levi, I know you said you had some stuff you want to talk about or ask before we got off of here
Uh,
from this episode.
I was just gonna say, like last year, I asked you who do you think your dark horse is in the playoffs, and I took the Pacers, and they ended up being a pretty solid dark horse. I was just gonna see who, like in my opinion, I think the two dark horses this year, which I just picked Cleveland to win it, but also the Wolves. I think the Wolves or Cleveland. Those are my two from each side of the bracket. I
From
didn't
each
know if
side
you
of the
had one
yeah,
on each side.
yeah, yeah, I think I do have one from each side. I like Minnesota. I like that pick a lot to be potentially a dark horse. And then on the east side, I'm sticking with the 6th seed. I'm gonna say Atlanta. I really like
Atlanta has
Atlanta.
a shot. They have a
I, I
shot.
I really like them. I don't know what it is, but there's just something about that team that's it's fun, and it's
They play
actually it's
hard.
Sam. They do, and did it seem like to you that Trey Young kind of held them back?
Yeah, 100%. I said that even when they were making their little run that they made, what, in 2022 or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
I was saying that you can't win a championship with a guy like Trey Young as your point guard. You just can't. So I get why Atlanta finally sold him off,
yeah.
but I don't,
And he
I'm not a
kind of
big Trey Young fan.
me neither. I'm not a huge fan of Trey Young, which is I mean there was people wanting him to come to OKC because he's from Oklahoma. That was something I did not want to see at all. Um, And then also, I mean, I think Trey is kind of in that mode of I hate to say it because he's one of my favorite players as well. He's kind of in that mode of Russell Westbrook. I mean, he's a very talented player, plays hard, it seems, but I just don't think they can ever win a championship as a focal piece of a team. And honestly, I want Russ to get a ring, but I don't think he ever will. And I guess it's too big. As long as he's on Washington, I don't think Trey Young will get a ring anytime soon. So with that being said, Levi, I guess let's go with who you think is going to be the Finals MVP.
I would take Donovan Mitchell as my Finals MVP since I have Cleveland winning it all. I
Yeah,
think
if
this could be
Cleveland,
the year that we see Spida get just a crazy run. We've seen it before with other teams. So
yeah, if Cleveland makes it and Cleveland does win it all, I think it's going to have to be on the back of Donovan Mitchell. So I like that pick. I am a Evan Mobley fan as well. I can see him being a potential sneaky pick there. And for me, I'm going to go. It's easy to say Shea if because OKC's winning, and most likely I'm gonna go Chet. I think
oh
Chet
man, I
will
was
have
hoping you say Hartenstein.
a man. He's one of the most undervalued players on OKC. A lot of people know that's how good he is, but I mean, when OKC brought him in, it was like that's not going to fix anything. I was like, do you know Isaiah Hartenstein? He's one of the best passing big men in the league. Him
He's
and
solid.
Steven, him and Steven Adams. He rebounds. There's always the conversation of kind of going into college, which could you take an NBA player that's not a superstar and put them on a college team and that team make a Final Four, win a national championship? And I think Isaiah Hartenstein is that type of player that you could put him on. If Tennessee, if they had Isaiah Hartenstein, I think they put up a much better fight against Michigan. If see who it's been so long I've already forgotten who Michigan played in the national championship. Was it wasn't Illinois, it wasn't Duke, UConn. If UConn had Isaiah Hartenstein, I think they beat Michigan for the national title. It's just
Yeah, it's hard to say they don't.
yeah, it is. So anyway, I think we would wrap that up because I feel like I'm rambling with something that doesn't really make any sense. Let me quit sharing this screen if I figure out how to.
It's like I saw a tweet before we wrap up that said if you put Wimby on a 16 seed, do you think that they, could win the national? Yes, I do. Because if you have Wimby on a 16 seed, they're probably a 2 seed. So
And and you see that's the thing with Wimby that I mean I talked about. I don't like him. He's kind of arrogant, a little too arrogant. I mean, bro,
he's fine,
he's
man.
he's 7 foot what, 8, 7 foot 7. Of course he's gonna be able to dunk on everybody.
Yeah.
I would be up. I mean, if he was Chet size, 7'2", 7'3", he would still be a very good player, but he would not be the type of player he is right now.
No,
And I
I
guess
agree.
while we're on here, who do you think ultimately, when their career ends, wins that rivalry between Chet and Wimby?
I mean, it comes down to how you look at, what you would define success.
I don't really think the
Would
rings
you if you're
matter
going
too
rings,
much.
then Chet's going to win that one by probably a wide margin. I mean, OKC can't continue, and it's not possible to continue your run for forever. It's been proven in the NBA that no
Yeah,
matter how well you construct a roster, eventually the game catches up to you at some point in some way. But I could see Chet getting 4 or 5 rings, which would
yeah,
officially put him if he gets 5, he's better than LeBron because that's how everybody looks at it. And Derek Fisher's 10 times the point guard Russell Westbrook ever has been. Um, but I think at the end of the day, it depends on how much Wemby can play.
yeah. That's the one
And
thing. But
we're
hell,
seeing that man's he's an alien, yes, but he's made of glass. So
yeah, it's kind of the reverse. Not really the reverse, but kind of similar to Anthony Davis. It's a lot of potential, but if they can stay healthy, I'm going Chet as well. Not even just for the rings. I think actually I saw someone mention it. I think he's actually a better defender than Wimby. I think Wimby
the thing
tends,
about Wemby is he's just so big that people shy away from him.
yeah,
And
he
Chet,
is more of a
they kind of
deterrent.
both do the same thing.
He is kind of more of a deterrent. But anyway, let's wrap it up here. Thanks everyone for listening to this. It's going to be up on. I actually made a YouTube page for this, so it'll be on YouTube, and I'll post it on my Twitter and Facebook and X. Sorry, Elon. Well, I don't know really know what to say now because usually I say go Vols, but
Go
Thunder
Lakers,
up, Thunder up. I don't know what that
Lake
means, but
Show.
Thunder up.